Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sims 4 Custom Content Creator Showcase. And we are outside of this bank to showcase this custom content today with Mr. Bundy. I'm going to switch on over and show you guys what custom content I'm talking about and where you could grab it from, and then I'll come back and show you how to work it. So the custom content that I am showcasing today is an ATM machine with real credit function. So I'll give you a little backdrop on this mod. It was a Zuru mod from a while back, and apparently Zuru had maybe stepped away from the mod or had decided to take a break from it. And I think her name is Little Miss Sam, there you go, Little Miss Sam has decided to step up and kind of update the mod and get it functioning. And I played around with it earlier and it functions fairly well. So what's really cool about this mod, in my opinion, some of the things that you can use it for is not only can you grab ATM cards, which will have like a dollar amount. So like say your sim wants to have like a $500 card, you could actually grab it. You could put it in someone else's inventory. So that way, if you have like a child that possibly is about to move out and you want to give them some of the household funds, then you could do it that way. Or if you need extra money in your household and you don't want to cheat, mother load, ka-ching, whatever, and you want to actually have them work for whatever they're working for, then you could actually grab credit. So it's really easy to install like most mods. You just go to files, download it, and you stick it in your mods folder. And now Little Miss Sam has mentioned that if Zuru steps up and says, hey, I don't want you to have this mod out, she said she will delete this. So as of right now, today is, what is today? What is today? What is today? Oh Lord, I don't even know what today's day is. As of June 2nd, this is currently available and it works with the new expansion pack, the new game pack, whatever. It works as of right now, what's going on in the game. So one cool thing about it is you have a couple of options if you want to do credit. You can either get $100 cards, $1,000 cards, or 5,000, 25,000, or even a diamond of 100. So you got these different options. They're right here, and you can have different values of your credit cards, and these are the ones that you'll give to new Sims. So it says this is very helpful if household members move out. With these cards, they are able to make money for a new start with them. So you could just purchase them, give them to your Sim. Like in my case, I'm thinking about using it for dine out. So Audrina is about to age up, and I would just have her mom or dad, Braylon or Ashley in this case, get some little ATM cards, and then they could give it to her. So that way when she moves out, she'll have her own little money to start off with. Or you could apply for credit. So the way credit works is you actually get the money, it is added to your household funds, and then you have to pay a daily bill on it. So I know it sounds kind of scary. So some things you need to keep in mind. If you get a $2,500 credit, it takes you 10 days to pay it off at $250 a day. So there's no interest or anything like that, but it's cool because honestly, I don't even know how I would deal with the interest and stuff. Like, oh my gosh, can you imagine? 5,000 takes you 20 days, you pay $250. 10,000 takes you 25 days, you pay $400 a day. 25,000 takes you 50 days and you pay $500 a day. 50,000 takes you 50 days and you pay 1,000. So what's realistic a day, right? 1,000 a day. So what's realistic about it is that you can get all 5 of these, but once you get one of them, you can't get it again. And I'll show you what I mean when I get back in game. And also, you're not allowed to delete it. So it's not like you could just say, okay, I'm gonna get 50,000 and then I'm just gonna delete it later. You can't drag it and delete it. The only time you could actually get rid of it is when the loan is actually paid off, and then your Sim can physically tear it up. It says when the credit is completely repaid, your Sims can finally tear apart the credit agreements. Again, your Sims will gladly do that for you. So let's hop back in the game and let me show you how it works. So I grabbed this cool bank from the gallery, and I just kind of went in. It already had some stolen ATMs in it, which I thought was actually kind of cool. But I went in and put these little ATMs. So when you get the mod, you'll have these ATMs in your build buy mode. All right, and here they go. They look just like this. They look very similar to the stolen ATMs, except they don't have chains and stuff on them. But one cool thing about them, or one thing that you need to keep in mind, is that from what I can understand reading the comments, is that they either need to be on a home lot or a generic lot. So you can't put them like at a retail or anything like that. They won't work. So this little bank is just a generic lot. and I just placed a bunch here. So your sim would actually physically come over here and you could buy a card, which is the little credit cards that you can give to family members. Now, I don't know for sure if you could give it to as gifts to other people that's not in your family. I'm not sure, but I know you could drag and drop it into your family members' accounts. And if you decide you don't want it anymore, you could just cash it in and whatever dollar amount you got, it'll just be back into your funds. So for example, I'm gonna have him come over here right now. I'm gonna have them do the little interaction. The only thing that I've seen that's kind of weird with it is when they actually go to interact with it, they don't face it. It's kind of weird. Like you guys are about to see in a second. They go like off to the side of it. It's kind of weird. So I don't know if that's like something that is like an issue, or I mean, if you're concerned about the realisticness of it, maybe it might bother you. But to me, it didn't matter when I played with it. Oh, it actually worked that time. Okay, maybe it's because it's in these little rows. But when I played with it on an open lot, he like got to the side of it and started punching numbers in midair. And I was like, oh, what's that? But anyway, so he's punching the numbers right here. We can do a diamond card, which we don't have money for. We could do another diamond card, 100,000. We could do 2 gold cards, 25 or 50. And then it just goes on and on. We got silver, we got standard. So I guess I'll just go in and grab, we got 2,500 right now. So I guess I'll just grab, we can grab a couple 500s and we can accumulate them to about 2,000. You hit the check mark box and ta-da, they are in your inventory in your pocket. At this point, you can drag them over, give them to other Sims if you want to. A little pop-up message pops up. Thank you for using ATMs of the bank. Sim point, the items Mateo purchased can be found in his inventory, and here they are right here. We have 4 of them, so if we want to give them to various family members, we can. Like literally, you just drag it and you drop it. Of course, if you wanted to sell them back, you just sell them. And that's pretty much it. The easiest way probably to do it is if you grab them by the group and then just sell them all together. And then we have the funds back. Now, in this case, Mateo only has 2,500. So let's say he wants to get some credit out. I don't know. Maybe he wants to purchase a house. Maybe he wants to purchase a business like a dining, like a restaurant or a store or a bar, you know, whatever the situation may be. So you would go click for apply for credit. You have all these amounts, but like I said, keep in mind, once you collect that one-time amount, you can't get it anymore. So for purposes of just showing you guys how it works, I'm gonna get a $2,500 credit. So let me show you. It's gonna be the same little interaction. He's gonna go punch in the little numbers on the little fake ATM. And then immediately, yep, we got $5,000 now from the 2,500. Thank you for using our credit offer. The documents are located in Mateo's inventory, and here they go. So like I said, you will not be able to drag. As you see right now, they're not deletable. They're not draggable. I can't do anything with them. Now, the thing is, though, you can only make a payment on it when 24 hours has evolved. So unfortunately, you know, if you're ready to pay it off right now, you got to kind of wait for 2,500. I think it was 20 days or I don't remember, 10 days, something like that. Yeah, I think it was 10 days for $250 a piece. So what I'm going to do is let him kind of just go chill out and go do some things. I'm going to come back tomorrow and show you guys how you can make a payment on it. All right, guys, we have finally made it to day number 9, and I finally get to. He has a lady friend over right now. I mean, you know, I'm playing for 9 days straight. I had to do something fun. So anyway, I think it's time right now to go on and, okay, tear apart the credit agreements. Yay! So we have finished making all the payments up, and then he is good to go, as you guys kind of saw. Like, I wish I would have like zoomed in and let you see that a little bit. But so 10 days, and we actually did pay the 250 every single day. Now, I will say this. One thing that I noticed was every single time he had to pay the payment, he didn't have like a moodlet, but his face was kind of like he would have that thought bubble of like a bill, and then his face would kind of be like, "Phew," or you know, he'd kind of look like, oh, you know, like kind of stressed out about it. It didn't change his mood though, but it did. He did have that little action or interaction, perhaps, or I don't know how else you want to word it, or how else I want to word it rather. And then also, I noticed that when we first got the loan, it was like 8 something that morning. If you don't pay the bill every day around that time, if you let it lax for like a couple minutes, you're not able to make the next payment until the full 24 hours later. So he was at a party and I forgot to make the payment. So I didn't get a chance to make it until 9 o'clock that night. So when the next day came, I had to wait all the way until 9 o'clock that night to make the payment again in order to have the the payment actually registers. So you have to have a 24-hour period. So one good thing is if you're late, I haven't seen a penalty, but you do have to keep in mind that your 10 days that you have to pay it has to be like 10 consecutive days. Like if you skip a day, then that doesn't mean like the next payment will be 500. You'll still have to pay the 250 from what I can see. Also, something to keep in mind is it's not deletable. So if the mod starts working or the creator walks away from the mod or anything like that, then you're stuck with this thing in your game that may or may not affect your game. I'm not 100% sure. I hadn't cut my game off and come back to kind of see what it would do if the mod was no longer in the game. But worst come to worst, the mod's no longer in the game, and then you could still play your game and still play with the money and you don't get penalized for it. I don't know. But if you want to have like a realism in your game and then have your sim actually work for something, I think it's awesome. Also, as far as having younger children or something in the house and they want to move out and have like their own money and have their own start, like if you want to give them allowance and stuff like that, I also think that that's a great idea. So for that reason, I think the mod is awesome. It works perfectly fine. I didn't see any glitches. I didn't see anything weird happen. And literally played it the entire time through nonstop. So anyway, so that's pretty much it. Go check it out if you guys are interested. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. If you aren't already, please subscribe and don't forget to thumbs up the video. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.